But yeah, it's going to be great. This is the third year. I think it's going to be the best one as well. We got the only football game going on in the world, Saturday night, 5 p.m. Pacific time, right after Heisman presentation. We couldn't ask for a better time slot. We couldn't ask for a better, two teams as well that are in at Boise State. They're a storied football program. They're one of the best programs out of the Power Four out there. In the playoffs last year, Ashton Genty, top 5 draft pick last year as well, to the Raiders, having a very solid rookie season. So we're going to have some players in this game as well. We got Washington, 8-4, very solid program. They're in a Power Four conference, and 3 of their losses to Oregon, one of them to Oregon, Ohio State, number 1 team in the nation, Oregon, number 1 at one point as well over the last 2 years, and Michigan. So it's going to be a great game, and I'm looking forward to it tomorrow night here at SoFi Stadium.
Do we have any questions for Rob?
Yes.
Yes. Here.
Front row.
Hey, what's up, Gronk? Just this being reported as the final game, of this series, what some of the memories that you can think of that really stand out to you as far as the significance of this game?
Yeah, so far it is the final year of this game. It might be extended, we don't know, but we're not really focused on that. We're just focused on putting the best show that we can possibly put on tomorrow. And my best memories from this, I would say, was year 1 when Boise State was in the game, and I raced their dog Blitz at halftime. And I was one of the only, human beings to ever beat Blitz as well. I sung the national anthem that year as well. Last year, we did the push-up contests, all these little fun activities that gets the crowd involved as well, gets the fans involved. So those are the great memories, and seeing the guys, the winning teams, how happy they are that they had a successful season and won this bowl game. They're all proud out there out in the field. And just to give them the championship belts to the MVPs of the offensive and defensive side of the football game, of that team, of that member. So those are always great memories to see all that action get played out.
You mentioned Blitz. There's rumors you're going to have a rematch, and some folks in Boise thought you may have cheated. Did you have food treats in your pocket or something? Or?
Yeah, actually, I didn't cheat, but I was planning on cheating. I'm like Arizona State, or Michigan. They were stealing signs the last couple years or something. Yeah, wow, it's just getting aggressive up here now. But I had steak in my pocket, and I was going to throw it to him, so he slowed down. But I didn't need to because he got distracted already, so I didn't have to throw the steak. So I was planning on cheating, but I didn't have to cheat because, I was prepared. When you're prepared, that's how you win. But I figured out actually about an hour ago why I won, because Blitz, he gets the tee off of every kickoff, and when he grabs the tee, he has to bring it to the sideline. And we put the tee out there for him, and I didn't know this because he had to go to the tee, then run back. That's what we had to do. So when he grabbed the tee, he went to the sideline instead of racing back, and that's how I beat him. So just got to be prepared.
Is there a rematch tomorrow? Or?
So rematch is tomorrow, but this is Blitz's final race. Yes, this is Blitz's final race. So I love dogs. I'm a dog guy. I have a dog. I'm for the dog, so I might let him just win. He should go off with a victory. And I'm Speedy Gonzalez right now, so I might just tune it down a little bit.
Earlier this week, Jedd Fisch told us the story about you catching the football drop from the helicopter. Can you tell us about that, as well as your relationship with Coach Fisch?
Yeah, I got a good relationship with Coach Jedd Fisch. It was unfortunate that he left the University of Arizona and went to the Washington Huskies, but understandable. I've done swaps in my lifetime before and understand what's best for your family. And I'm going to give him some garbage for it. You got to bust his chops a little bit. But when he was at the University of Arizona, he did a great job turning that program around. It went through some tough years. He came in there, I think he only won 1 game his first year. Just taking a program over like that is very tough. And he's turned it around, had a couple more wins, and then went, I'm pretty sure it was 9-3, and went and then beat Oklahoma in the bowl game his last season there, and went 10-3. It was a very solid year. It was one of the best seasons in Arizona history. And he was bringing players back. It was the first time I went back in 10 years when Jedd Fisch got the head coaching job, and he was doing cool things that players, at that age enjoy, that college players enjoy. He had me come back, and we were dropping the football out of a helicopter, and I caught the longest pass, in history, of elevation, a helicopter. I forgot how many feet up in the air it was, and caught the pass, and we broke the Guinness World Record. And it was cool. All the players were out there. Everyone went ham when I did it. It took about 6 attempts as well. It was really tough. I actually got to give more credit to punt returners now after, doing that catch out of the helicopter. But that's what Jedd does. He brings the fun to the table. He knows what these players want, and that's why he has success as well in the college football, era.
Gronk, just curious, with Brady in town on Sunday calling the Rams-Lions game, have you linked up with him? Are you inviting him to this game?
Yes. He's got a busy schedule. The guy prepares a lot. See, I'm a guy, I just go on the fly with my commentating skills. Like Tom has to prepare every second. That's just how he was as a player as well. So he probably won't have time to be able to come to the bowl game tomorrow. I hear that he's going to be here, shooting a little commercial as well before the game. So we're going to link up before that, and then we're also going to link up on Sunday as well, because every Sunday when he has the game in LA, he has to come into the studio as well and come on our show, the Fox pregame show. So that's going to be fun as well, because he's done it already, I think, once or twice this year. He's coming back into studio. He'll be at our desk. He'll be on a couple segments, and we always have a blast. We bust each other's chops big time on air, and that's what makes it so special, going from teammates on the football field and now into teammates off the field as well. But he's here tomorrow, shooting his gig that he has. Hopefully we get a couple pictures, with the bucked up LA Bowl signs behind us and everything. And he makes me proud, and he'll support anything that he can possibly support for me as well. But coming to the game, he's got a lot on his plate.
Is there a last question? Okay.
I guess, Gronk, just while we've got you, any predictions for the game tomorrow?
Oh, dang, I haven't even thought about that yet. Washington's a very solid team. I like Boise State, though. Their head coach is actually my age. We graduated in the same class, when we graduated from high school in 2007. And Jedd left the University of Arizona, so I'm going to go against Jedd because of that reason. I'm going with the Boise State Broncos. I think they're going to win by 3 points, by just a field goal tomorrow. And they got to redeem themselves. They lost to UCLA 2 years ago when they should have won that game. So I think Spencer and the Boise State Broncos are going to be prepared. They're going to win this game 27-24. That's why I'm an analyst right there. That's how I predict my games, because Jedd betrayed us at Arizona. So I'm going with Boise State. Makes sense. You got to find a niche like that. Oh, there he is, Jedd. Oh my gosh, he's mad at me right now. What's up, my
He
man?
hasn't talked to me in a while.
How you doing? I just hyped you up, though. And then I hyped you up, but then I threw a dig after.
Oh, another?
Yeah, another
Hey,
dig.
you've already done that once. I saw
Yeah.
that one time. You did it again?
I did it twice, a couple days, but I did give you a lot of credit just now.
Have you all
Then-
stand
but
first
then
together?
don't
We'll
worry, I
do
threw
some
the dig
photos.
again.
Photo time.
It's like a boxing bet. You gotta hype it up a little
And then
bit.
every now and then.
All right, you guys look this way. There we go.
Cool.
Yeah, and then, did you want to have a seat? All right, coaches. Coach Fisch, do you have any opening remarks?
Sure. First of all, I just want to thank you and thank the Bull Group for a fantastic experience so far. I know our guys had a great time last night at Cosm, and that was a super cool opportunity. I didn't see your dad here. Your dad's here.
He's here as well.
It's great to be a part of Rob's bowl game. Obviously, all the respect in the world for Gronk and for everything he's done and everything Rob's done for pro football, everything he's done for football itself. We've looked up to him, and we've really tried to make our program one in which that mirrors a lot of the things that he stands for, which is energy, enthusiasm, and passion for the game, but also unbelievable ability and an unbelievable player. And that's what we're trying to do, and then a great person. So being in this LA Bowl, being here, representing, both the old Pac-12 and now the new Big Ten that we're a part of, is super cool for us. And we're very appreciative of this opportunity to play here at SoFi.
Coach Danielson?
Yeah, appreciate your guys' time as always. Thank you, Jesus, just for an opportunity to coach this team, man, and have an impact. And we were here 2 years ago. I was messing with Gronk on the field, man. He's like Benjamin Button. He gets younger every single day, and so that's a huge testament to him. But just fired up to be here. That's right. That's right.
Jackson.
Built different, man. But our team's just been really fired up to get here. I mean, we've been through a lot this season. Love our team, proud of what they've been through. And obviously, we played in a championship game last week. This is a quick turnaround. And but the bowl's been awesome. Getting down here, like Coach Fisch talked about, the whole experience has been great. And now excited to go cut it loose, playing against one of the best teams in the country in Washington. Coach Fisch has done a phenomenal job with his team. They got great players, well coached, and so it's gonna be a big time matchup Saturday night, and the nation will be watching. So our guys are just excited to go out there and let it rip.
All right. Any questions? Kenneth? Or- you have a mic.
Kenneth Berry, touchdowns and tangents. Coach Fisch, how nostalgic is it knowing that you're coaching in a game that your former player who you recruited, developed, you watched him grow up in Gronk, has that sunk in for you yet?
Well, I didn't get to recruit him or coach him when we were at Arizona. Obviously, he was there before I was there, and then when I went to New England, he was not there at that point. But I've looked up to him. It's exciting to be here. It's cool to be a part of the game. Our players are excited about being here at SoFi. The fact that we can play here. This stadium was being built when I was coaching for the Rams. It opened up the year I left the Rams. We played here twice when I was at the Patriots, both against the Chargers and the Rams. So it's cool to be able to take our team to play in this stadium, in this game, on this field, and obviously against a great Boise team that we know we got to be at our best.
All right. If you would, please say your name and outlet.
BJ Rains, Bronco Nation News. Spencer, just what would a win? I know everyone says bowl games, mean a lot to propel you into the offseason, whatever. But given everything you guys have dealt with this year, and to get a 10th win and just end this thing with some momentum, just what would that mean to this program?
Yeah, it's huge. I mean, we talk a lot, and we're no different than I'm assuming almost every football program around. You want to win your conference championship, and then you always want to win your bowl game. And that's our goal. And we haven't done that at Boise State since 2017, right? So it's been a long time. We've been blessed to be able to win 3 championships in a row, but have not won the bowl game. So that's a huge deal for both teams, and that's something you always want to win your last game. It's momentum going into the offseason. And just you want to do that for your seniors. We got a great group of seniors. I know Coach Fisch has a great group of seniors. So you really want to finish it the right way, and you want to put a completion stamp on the season, and that's what we're working hard to do.
Nick Hamilton, Nightcast Media. This questions for Coach Fisch. Obviously, the ebbs and flows of the season. Having your commitment to this program, and obviously sometimes your name comes up in coaching vacancies, how do you continue to stay focused and also keep your players focused enough where you know what the mission is at hand and not listen to too much outside noise?
Yeah, we spent a lot of time just talking about what this season has looked like and what we can accomplish here, getting our 9th win. And, taking over a program a year ago that was really, we only had 1 returning starter, and getting to a bowl game last year, we really felt like we wanted to get progress this year, get to being 8-4 in the Big Ten, being able to be 3-2 on the road, and then be able to be in a position where now we're playing our 9th game back here. We haven't spent any time focused in on what people are saying out in the outside noise regarding me, or other coaches on our staff. We know that that's the world we're in right now. We know our players are being talked about or talked to from other teams, and we just have to really stay focused on the task at hand, which is the game tomorrow.
Jordan Smith, KTVB. This is for you, Coach Fisch. There's been a lot of chatter about these Group of 5 teams that they may not belong in some of the bigger bowl games and the college football playoff. As someone who's coached against a few teams in your time, I was curious kind of what your take is on that and how big the gap really is between Power 4 teams and the Group of 5.
You want me to give a bunch of locker room material right now for Coach Danielson?
Oh, boy.
I think things are it's certainly always changing, right? And we've all seen, what it looks like on a weekly basis. You look at games like USF going in to Gainesville and winning the game against Florida. You look at teams constantly going back and forth. The fact that Washington State went across the country and then had a field goal game against Ole Miss. Had a game against Virginia that went down to the very last second with a 2-point play. You look across the country in the Mountain West, how good of a programs they are. But with this situation, with the playoffs, with Tulane, with James Madison, I haven't played those teams, so I would have no idea how good they are. Our goal is to get to the playoffs. So that's our plan. Our plan is to get there next year, and whomever we play, we'll be ready for them.
Coach Fisch, Bob Beeler, Bronco Radio Network. Offense and defense, what do you think you do best on either side of the ball?
Offensively, I think we've done a really nice job of having balance. We have some really good runners, and it's good that they're all healthy and ready to go. When we have our receivers ready to go, which they will be tomorrow, it gives us pretty good ability to air it out as well. And our quarterback is somebody that's physically able to run and throw. So offensively, we're pretty balanced. I think we do a good job there in situational football. Defensively, we've really gotten to a point that we've been really good against the run. I think over the last, and really good in scoring defense. There hasn't been a team. I think 26 points is the most we've given up all year in a game. That was this past week in a game against Oregon where it was 26-14. So I think that our guys do a really nice job rallying to the ball, but we also play the most amount of freshmen. So I never know what it's going to look like on a Saturday.
Andy Amashta, Seattle Times. Jedd, on early signing day, you said you expected to be here in 2026. Is that still your expectation, considering everything that's kind of happened in the last couple of days?
Yeah, I expect to be here. Yeah.
JTS, Bronco Studios. Spencer, this one's for you. I know you're all about the process, and I don't know, just reflecting back to the last time you were sitting in that seat a couple of years ago, how much has your process changed? How much more confident are you what you do than, that was just such a whirlwind of a situation last time you inherited it?
Yeah, Jay, I mean, even walking on a SoFi today to do the team photo and stuff, flooded with a lot of emotions from 2 years ago, because 2 years ago I was named the head coach a week earlier and just figuring a lot of stuff out. But I think even here 2 years later, I mean, I'm learning and growing every single day. I'll make mistakes tonight that I'm going to have to learn from and figure out and be better as a coach, as a leader. So learn a lot, but I always want to be someone that's learning and growing to be the best version of myself. And coming back here 2 years later, seeing our program, different faces, some different coaches. But there's some seniors that were here even 2 years ago, and seeing that all they've been through, some injuries, some ups, some downs, just so proud of them. So proud of them battling, and so proud of our staff and just the things we've been through and where we're at. So kind of long-winded answer to your question, Jay, but just learned a lot and excited to keep learning.
Jedd, last year you guys had the Sun Bowl, and you talked a lot about it kind of being a foundational point for you guys going into the season. What do you think your team took from that experience last year, and what do you hope they take from this experience this year?
Yeah, I think you got to teach your team, how to win in the bowl games. You've got to be able to become, treat every bowl game like a championship opportunity. If they're keeping scoring, there's a trophy or a belt or both. You got to be able to compete for that. And, for us, what we look for is we say there's always something you can learn from championship opportunities. And when you have, this is the last game. And I think our guys did a really good job from last season to this season of improving. And that was Damon's second ever start was our bowl game. And now we're looking at his, 15th start. So he's really grown, but he's also only 19, and he's a true sophomore. So these championship opportunities, especially in a stadium like this, especially with the fact that it's right after the Heisman, so there's going to be a ton of eyes on him. I think this is a great opportunity for him to be able to lead our team, and really for the rest of our players to really be able to use last year's Sun Bowl experience and now against a new opponent, see how good we can play this year.
Spencer's third time I think I've asked you this in the last week, but any update or any clarity on any opt-outs or injuries or anything going into the game tomorrow that you're willing to share?
Yeah, I talked with Cage Casey, and he decided to not play in the game. So it's something that me and him worked through, and we love Cage. He's a Bronco forever, but he prayed about it and felt like that his time had come to an end and is going to focus on the NFL. And he's a Bronco, love Cage, and wish you nothing but the best. But this week we've been just focused on our guys and this team and finish what we started.
Coach Fisch, same thing. Any updates on injuries or opt-outs? And also, if you're going to have one of your guys attempt to break Gronk's record from highest catch,
Yeah.
which one of your guys on the team would you want out there?
Yeah, that was cool.
That was
I
cool.
think
That was cool,
That was
wasn't it?
cool. It was really cool. Jedd does a great job with, bringing to the table what these college football kids want to see and the fun to the game. And we broke the Guinness World Record doing that. I talked a little bit about it before you got here. But I think someone else went out there and broke it, though. Because once we did it,
They
a lot
tried
of people,
to, yeah.
they tried to. And I think it was someone from Australia. In Australia, so that don't even count.
No.
Question.
No, it don't
Not in the
count.
Guinness Book of American Records. Doesn't.
American records. I like that. Yeah, we're American records.
That's right.
Yeah.
No, we have no opt-outs of the game. I think everybody's playing, and we are, in terms of injuries, we've had no injuries that have occurred this week. Isaiah Ward's back. I'm trying to think, is there anybody that I think everybody should be good to go that could go. I mean, if they didn't play against Oregon, they're most likely. I think the only other guy would be Takario Davis, where he has practiced this week. So I think we should be in a good spot. But we'll have to work him out before the game. He's still. We don't want to take any risks there, especially with a chance that he'll. The Senior Bowl, the Combine, the fact that he's going to be such a highly drafted kid. We got to make sure that he's healthy, and we don't want to set him back. It was not a current player. It was not a current player. It was the best player that played at U of A. So I'd have to then go back and figure out who would be the best player to play at UW. And yeah, I'm not ready to make that declaration just yet. So we'll do some research. But every now and then you have to take something that you've done somewhere and leave it there. And I think it was cool that we did it. I think it was really special that we got Rob to do it with us, and really special that we were able to create what we created. And I wouldn't want to take that idea and then bring it to Washington. That was an Arizona thing that we did when we were there, and we'll try to come up with something cool. At Washington is totally different.
That's a good point, actually. Yeah, that's a U of A thing. Yeah, you can't. I understand. It's like the Tom Brady roast. You can't do another roast,
Right.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
Exactly. I was here in LA.
Yeah.
That's how I thought about that.
So Jedd, as you guys have tried to get ready this week, we talked to Ryan Walters at the start of the week, and he been connected to the Tennessee opening there because he has a relationship with those coaches.
Mm-hmm.
You've been overwhelmingly connected to the Michigan job because of your connection. Are these unwanted distractions, or how do you react to all that?
Yeah, I don't think we can control it, to be honest. There's not unless the calendar changes or the rules change with and make it more like the NFL, where contracts are bound to the team, and then the team would have to give permission for him to leave, and you never see head coaches going to other programs in the NFL. In college, and those happen at the end of the season when coordinators switch programs. In college, we don't have the ability to control that because the rules are the rules, and they are able to reach out to different people. But it's not a distraction that I'm talking about. It's not something that we're focused in on. We're focused in on winning the game on Saturday. We're focused in on keeping this team together. We're focused in on playing great football, and all I can do is control what I can control, and that's keep coaching.
For both coaches, obviously, the game practice, finishing out the season is great, but being in Inglewood, how has just how you guys approach recruiting this week been huge and imperative, especially with the second signing day coming up, in a couple months?
Go ahead, Coach.
Yeah, I'm sure Coach Fisch the same. We recruit Southern California a lot. I mean, our roster right now is probably close to 50% of kids, Southern California kids. So more than anything, it's an awesome opportunity for their families, their friends to come watch and play a big-time game in SoFi. So that's been a huge benefit for our guys. And then, this is an area that we recruit a lot, and so it'd be really cool for recruits to watch and see it and be able to play big-time games on the West Coast.
Yeah, same situation. And because we're in a dead period, we can't see them right now, but they can watch us. So we hope that they're tuned in. We hope they come to the game. See us live play. What a great environment. Like, how cool is it if you're being recruited by either program or both programs to be able to come to the game, watch the teams play live, two West Coast teams that are they maybe can't get up to all the time. And we hope that all of the Southern California high school kids come out to the game.
And the last question, how are the players feeling about playing inside SoFi Stadium for the first time?
Yeah, my guys are fired up. I mean, we did a whole thing on, what you're walking on the grass. I told our guys, like, you're walking on the same grass that on Monday night there was an overtime game that the Chargers played the Eagles. On Sunday there's going to be a game between the Lions and the Rams, which is two of the best teams in the NFL. You have an opportunity to play where those guys are playing and where you dream of playing, and to be a part of Gronk's game. And we know that he'll have a chance on TV the next day on Sunday to be able to talk about his game. And that means a ton for our kids. So our kids have this chance of being in an NFL stadium, which they all dreamt of since they were a kid. And, this looks like the best one in the country.
Yeah, very similar. I mean, if I ask all 108 of our players who wants to play in the NFL, every single one of them are raising their hand, right? And so just being able to be in that environment. Some of them were here a few years ago, some of them weren't. And I was even talking, Sire Gaines is a redshirt freshman running back of ours. And I remember he signed a couple days before we played this game, and he was watching the game 2 years ago. Not a part of our team yet, just got signed, and now he is a huge part of this family. So it's just really cool to have these moments with guys that have been here, some haven't, but it's an awesome experience. Every time I walk in SoFi, it takes your breath away.
Nice. We're going to do one last photo op with the trophy. Belt.
There we go. Now we're talking. Love it. Put it on.
Massive. Got bigger. Yeah, they used to like go up to here.